everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English, and I am Karen.
Hi everybody, I am Shane, and today we are doing part B of Who is Right for the Job.
So we're actually talking about job interviews, right?
That is right.
So let me ask you, Shane.
Okay.
Usually at a job interview, there are some questions you would get asked. For example, you would usually be asked to, like introduce yourself. Give a little self-introduction, right? What would you usually say? If I say, tell me about yourself.
Well, of course, it would depend on the job.
Okay.
But I would probably just first explain who I am and what my interests are and why I would be the right person for this job. So I would usually use parts of my experience or things that I like to do that also fit the job that I will be doing.
Okay.
So it depends what the job is.
That's true. And how about this question? Usually people would ask you, can you tell me about your strengths and weaknesses? Something that you're good at and something that you're not so good at.
Right. Well, I think that oftentimes if I'm talking about my strengths, I would say that I am very patient and that I'm a hard worker.
Okay.
And that I will pay attention to details. And maybe if it's a weakness, then I would say, sometimes I try too hard.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes when I am being asked this question, I would say, one of my weaknesses would be that I am a bit of a perfectionist.
Right.
You want things to be perfect.
Okay. So why don't we take a look at who is right for the job?
Let's go.
Simon and Tracy just completed some job interviews.
I feel really good about the last person.
I don't know. He was just too confident. And it seemed fake to me.
Really? He didn't appear that way to me.
So we're looking at part B of our lesson called Who is Right for the Job? And we are looking at this dialogue between Simon and Tracy. So Simon and Tracy just completed some job interviews.
Okay. All right. So to complete means to finish doing or making something. So for example, you can say, Joe completed the race and won.
That means he finished the race.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So they finished some job interviews. So what's an interview? An interview, that is a noun. It's a formal meeting where somebody is asked questions to see if they are suitable for a job. So that's a job interview. So for example, Tim was nervous before the interview. And that is normal because many people would feel nervous before interviews.
I think everybody feels at least a little bit nervous.
That's true.
They can be very scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about I will be Simon
Uh-huh.
and you be Tracy?
Great.
Perfect. Okay, so Simon begins by saying, I feel really good about the last person.
And Tracy says, I don't know. He was just too confident and it seemed fake to me. Okay, so they're discussing about the people that they just interviewed, right?
Right, so it's the last person, right? So last is an adjective. That means happening or coming after all other similar things or people. So for example, you could say, the last cookie is mine. Don't eat it.
Because the other ones maybe have been taken by somebody else, right?
Right.
Okay, and is that confident? That is an adjective. So if you say somebody is confident, it just means that they feel sure about their ability to do things and they feel successful. They feel good about themselves. So for example, Jerry is a very confident person.
Okay, we have vocabulary word fake. So she was saying that his confidence seemed fake to her. So if you say something is fake, you just mean it's not real. It doesn't seem sincere. So for example, you could say, Tom seems very fake. I don't like him.
Aw, because nobody really likes to be around people who are fake, right? You want to be sincere.
Yeah, you want to see the real person. You don't want people to just be acting.
That's right. So if I were fake and I'm being friendly, and I will probably say, hi, Shane, you are my friend. Then that probably seems fake, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't like that. I would probably cry. Okay, so Simon says, really? He didn't appear that way to me.
Okay, so Simon does not agree with Tracy, right?
Yeah, he thinks he seemed sincere to me. I think he's actually a confident person.
Because I think at job interviews, it's very important to feel or seem confident. So the people would know, hey, you believe in yourself. You think you are the right person for this job. But if you're not confident, you probably don't think you're good enough.
Yeah, and if you don't believe in yourself, then other people are not going to believe in you.
Exactly.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with the dialogue in a moment.
See you guys soon.
If you ask me, the person before him was better.
No way. She looked young and she wasn't very experienced.
She may look young, but she's smart and does have a lot of experience.
But her experience is not in this field of work.
So, when I started here, I didn't have experience in this field either.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we have Simon and Tracy. And they're interviewing people for a job. And the last person that they interviewed, it seems like Simon quite liked that person, but Tracy thought he?
Yes.
Was it a he? Was too confident, or it just seemed fake to her.
Like not sincere, right?
Yeah, but Simon didn't see it that way.
Okay, well, let's continue the dialogue so we'll know what happens next. Tracy then says, if you ask me, the person before him was better. So Tracy is comparing the people they interviewed, and she thinks that the person before the last one seemed better.
Okay. So Simon says, no way. She looked young and she wasn't very experienced.
Okay. Experienced. And right here we're using it as an adjective. It just means having knowledge or skill in a particular job or activity. Like you have done this before, and that becomes your experience. And you can also use it as a noun. So our example sentence is, he is an experienced chef. That means maybe he has been a chef for quite some time, maybe a few years, maybe at least quite a few months.
Yeah, right. So he's been doing it for a while, and usually when you're experienced in something, that means that you become good at it.
Exactly. So now Tracy says, she may look young, but she's smart and does have a lot of experience. Okay, so she's smart and she does have a lot of experience. What does smart mean?
Yeah, so smart just means intelligent. It means that you've got something going on in here, right? It's the opposite of dumb, right? So for example, I'm not as smart as Karen.
Aw, you're just being humble.
Oh, you're so smart. So smart.
I didn't even know that.
I'm not being sincere.
Hey, are you being fake?
I was being a little bit fake there, yeah.
Okay.
But do you think that age should be an important thing? Like if she looks young, then she shouldn't be able to get the job?
Well, to be honest, I think age and your experience, actually, they matter, but not that much. What matters the most is your attitude when you're doing the job. If you're willing to learn and if you're willing to, fix your own mistakes, I think then you would be a good person for the job.
Okay, so Simon says, but her experience is not in this field of work. So she does have experience, right? But it's not in this field of work. So what does field mean?
Well, field is a noun. It's basically a subject or activity that somebody works in or is interested in. Yeah, so for example, I could say I've had many years of experience in the teaching field.
Oh, okay, right. So in that field.
That's right.
Okay.
And now Tracy says, so when I started here, I didn't have experience in this field either. So Tracy doesn't really think having a lot of experience in this field would matter that much.
Right, so maybe in the kind of job that they do, we would say the kind of job. So for example, if they work with maybe computers, you would say that field would be anything that has to do with working with computers.
That's right.
So if you had experience maybe in doing hairdressing, right? Like you're a barber or a hairstylist, well, you have a lot of experience, but has nothing to do with this field, which is computers.
Exactly.
So it could be a big deal.
I wonder what they will decide on.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Simon and Tracy just completed some job interviews.
I feel really good about the last person.
I don't know. He was just too confident. And it seemed fake to me.
Really? He didn't appear that way to me.
If you ask me, the person before him was better.
No way. She looked young and she wasn't very experienced.
She may look young, but she's smart and does have a lot of experience.
But her experience is not in this field of work.
So, when I started here, I didn't have experience in this field either.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 complete， 动词完成、结束。We need to complete the project before Friday. 我们必须在周五前完成这个专案。下一个单字 interview， 名词面試。Eric has 3 interviews this week. Eric 这一周有3个面試。下一个单字 confident， 形容词自信的、有信心的。You should be more confident in yourself. 你应该对自己更有信心一点。最后一个单字 smart， 形容词聪明的。Peter is a smart boy. Peter 是一个聪明的男孩。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 if you ask me， 依我看，我认为，这是一个口语用法，意思相近于 in my opinion。我们来看看这个例句。This is the best movie this year, if you ask me. 依我看，这是今年最棒的电影。下一个文法 no way， 怎么可能？表示惊讶或难以置信。我们来看看这个对话。Nate and Serena broke up. Nate 跟 Serena 分手了。No way, I saw them together this morning. 不会吧，我今早看到他们在一起。最后一个文法 somebody does 加动词，某人的确做某事。Do 在这里是一个助动词，表示的确、确实，属于强调用法。它的后面必须搭配原形动词。我们来看看这个例句。I didn't lie to you. I did finish the report. 我没有骗你，我真的完成报告了。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，回去记得复习哦。我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
There are a lot of foreigners in Taiwan, and sometimes they will ask you questions, but we're stuck answering in the same phrases. So today, let's work on some translations.
Let's see what our friends have to say.
Okay.
你周末有什么计划吗？
So what's your plan in the weekend?
Very good. What are your plans this weekend?
Do you have plans in the weekend?
Very close. Very good. Do you have plans this weekend?
This weekend.
Okay, very good. All right.
Do you have any plan this weekend?
Very good. Do you have any plans this weekend? 我想知道你明天有空吗? How do you say that in English?
Are you free tomorrow?
Very good. Are you free tomorrow?
I'd like to know if you have any plan tomorrow.
Very good. I want to know if you have any plans tomorrow. Very good.
I'm wondering if you are available tomorrow.
Very good. I was wondering if you had any plans tomorrow, but very good. 那我们今天学到了什么呢?
How do we say these sentences in English? The first phrase is, do you have any plans this weekend? You can also say, have you made any plans for the weekend? Our second sentence, I was wondering if you are free tomorrow. You can also ask it in this phrase, I was wondering, are you free tomorrow? And these are our sentences for today. Kiwi later!